Hey, what up? Lazy here as always. In this episode, we're back on Forza Horizon 5, and hopefully I'm back for good now. I had a lot of trouble over the last week or so trying to get everything sorted out. So here we are with the Toyota RZ Supra. So what I want to do is build it up to about 600 horsepower, and I'm going to show you how to tune medium to low powered cars. So let's jump in and get this build started. Okay, so for this build, I'm going to leave the 2J in it. It's the best option at the moment for this car. I don't want to all-wheel drive swap it, so I'm going to leave it rear wheel. I'm going to single turbo swap it though. I'm not going to go for a wide body or anything. I'm going to change the front bar though. I want to go with this one right here. I'm going to leave the wing where it is. For the rear bar, I'm going to swap out to that one. For the skirts, I'm going to leave that stock. And for the hood, I want to go with the KRC one. Yep, cool. Alright, jumping into here, I'm going to leave it on the stock tyre compound. I'm also going to leave it at a 235 in the front and a 255 in the rear. For the rims, there's a set of rotiforms that I want to go with, and they're in here, so they are right here. The WGRs. They look good on this. Alright, for the rim size, I want to go up to an 18 in the front and in the rear. And for the track width, I'm going to bring it all the way out in the front and in the rear as well. Cool. Alright, jumping into here, I'm going to upgrade the clutch. I'm going to leave the stock 6-speed in it. Yep. I'm also going to leave the stock drive line, and I'm going to upgrade to a drift diff. Alright, jumping into here. Okay, I'm going to max out the brakes. I'm going to chuck it on drift suspension. How good does that look? I'm going to smash on the sway bars in the front and in the rear. Yep. I'm not going to cage it, and I'm going to chuck on the weight reduction now. Alright, so I want to bring it up to about 600 horsepower, so I'm going to go with the race intake. I'm going to go with the race fuel, the race ignition. I'm going to go with the race exhaust. I'm going to go with the street cams. I'm going to go with the race valves. Yep, right there. I'm going to go with the street block. I'm going to leave everything else alone. I'm going to go with the street oil cooling. So 602 horsepower, 560 foot-pounds. Once we put the race flywheel on, it'll drop it down to 2,539 pounds. So that should be perfect right there. Cool, so there's the build done, the paint's done. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that awesome stuff. Also, let me know in the comments if the audio and visuals are alright. So let's jump into the tune. Okay, now we're at the top of the mountain. We can jump in and chuck in a tune. Just a little note, this tune will work for a majority of cars. This is pretty much how I do it with all my builds. Alright, so for the tire pressure, for the rear, I want to bump it up to the same as the front. For the gearing, we're going to leave that stock. We can't touch it, which eliminates a very big variable about most of these builds. For the front camber, I'm going to go 3.5 negative in the front, and I'm going to go 2.5 negative in the rear. I'm going to put no toe out in the front, but I'm going to put 0.2 in the rear. It helps stabilize the car a little bit more. Alright, so for the anti-roll springs and dampeners, I'm not going to touch them at all. The stock drift suspension tuning is really good. The Forza devs know what they're doing. So it's not unless I'm running 1,000 horsepower up that I'll go through and completely tune them out. Alright, for the aero, we're not running any. For the brakes, I'm going to go with a 30% rear bias, and I'm going to go with a 140 high pressure. I've been running this since Forza Horizon 3. I really like the feel of it. So that's honestly, the braking force is up to you. That's just what I use. Alright, so now we can jump into the diff. I'm going to go ahead and completely lock it. I'm going to go with 100 and 0. So that is how I pretty much tune my cars. So there's that done. Now let's jump out, we'll accept, and we'll take this thing for a rip. Alright, so there we go. That wasn't the best run in the world, but it shows you how good this tune actually works. I almost got 1.1 mil, but there is a couple of things you should know. Drifting mid to low horsepower cars, some of them are really slow, so being on the handbrake really slows them down a lot more than what you think it does. So try to limit that, and if you're coming into a corner a little too hot, try and give the car a little bit more angle. But that's it for the video for today. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. Laters.